guys, welcome to Simplifying Tech and Programming. So today we are going to explore one interesting topic regarding ELK stack and microservices. So how we can ship the microservices log into ELK stack by using Filebeat and Logstash. Yeah, so basically how we can transfer the logs of our application or different microservices to some log analysis tool or to some centralized logging mechanism where we can see or we can analyze the different patterns in the log in the centralized way. Suppose you have a multiple microservices or multiple applications which are generating the logs, and you want to find the patterns in your log, like what type of exceptions you are getting or what type of data you are getting, and you want to do the aggregation based on that data. Then we can use this log shipping mechanism or pipeline in order to transfer the log. Okay, so basically this diagram defines everything. Like suppose you have a multiple microservices based on Spring Boot, or you can take any application that can generate the logs, not only Spring Boot. So these are like generating log on different servers. Then we can install the Filebeat on that servers, which listens to these log files, and then then this Filebeat connects to this application logs and transfer the logs to Logstash. So now Logstash just a pipeline which converts the one form of data to another form of data. So here like it is taking data from Filebeat and it is shipping to Elasticsearch. So now your data present into Elasticsearch. Now you want to visualize or you want to analyze the log, and we can use the Kibana visualizer tool in order to find the patterns from your logs. So in the agenda today, so we are going to create one Spring Boot application by using Spring.io. Then with respect to ELK stack, so we are going to start Elasticsearch and Kibana. Then a configuration of a Logstash file. So we will configure the Logstash file in order to connect with Elasticsearch and Filebeat. Then we will download and configure the Filebeat and its YML file. Then we are starting the Logstash and Filebeat. Then we are running the application in the browser to generate the logs. Then we will see that logs to be shipped to Elasticsearch. Then at the end we will visualize the Kibana dashboard logs. Okay, so let's get started with this first step, that is a create Spring Boot application using a spring.io. So go to your favorite browser and type spring.io. Okay, so go to project section, go to Spring Initializer. Here you can see Maven. Select the default version of Spring Boot, that is 3.1.4. Okay, so here you can give simplifying tech as a package, and here you can give Spring Boot logging app. Then packaging as a jar and Java version as a 17, and just add the dependency as a Spring Web. So this is sufficient, and then generate the project. Okay, so our project is downloaded. Let's copy this into workspace, extract it here. Okay, so let's import the project, existing Maven project, choose the location, and let's say finish. Okay, so application is created. So now we need to generate some logs. So in order to generate the logs, so we need logback.xml to be added here into SRC main resources, and we need one controller to generate the logs. So this logging related information, I'm not going into details. So we have already covered into one video. So we have a Spring Boot playlist. Inside that we have this how to implement this logging by using Spring Boot and Logback. So you can refer this. And here like we have mentioned one GitHub URL in order to generate the logs. Okay, so the link of this video you can find into top right corner right now. Also I will add into video description. So let's create this controller class. So copy this name, go to Eclipse, and inside the same package, so you can create the class login controller, finish. So copy this code. Okay, so what it is doing, so we are creating one REST endpoint called as a log API, and we are creating one method. Inside that we are just printing some print statement in order to verify our logging app, and we are returning this to the browser. Okay, so now just we have to create a logback.xml. So in the SRC main resources, so we have to create this logback.xml. So create this. So in SRC main resources, right click on SRC main resources and go to other. and here type XML. Find this XML, go to next, logback.xml as a name, and let's say finish. And we just have to copy this. Okay, what we are doing here. So basically logback.xml is a just configuration in order to print our log files into some directory. So this is the directory where we are printing our Spring Boot logs, ctools logs, and here we are mentioning the pattern. So we need a timestamp in order to print each line, and here we are storing the historical logs, that is archived logs, and we are keeping the log level as an info. And inside this application properties, so just mention server dot port equal to 8081. So this application is ready. We will come back later on this. So meanwhile, let's go to agenda. Okay, so as per our agenda, so create Spring Boot application with Spring Boot. This is done. Then we have to start Elasticsearch and Kibana. So if you are not aware about how to download and install Elasticsearch and Kibana, so we have already covered that into our earlier sessions. Okay, so this one is a latest video. So I will provide the link into video description, as well as you can find now into the right corner of the video. So this is with the latest version 8.5, and we have covered with the older version, that is a 7.9.3. So here it is a link. Okay, so here my Elasticsearch and Kibana is there. So just go to Elasticsearch directory, bin directory, and just type cmd and type Elasticsearch. Enter to start the Elasticsearch. Okay, so our Elasticsearch team started. So let's verify this. So go to browser, type localhost colon 9200. Yeah, so this one is a URL for Elastic in order to verify if it is up and running. Yeah, so you can see our cluster name is Simplifying Tech, and it is perfectly running with the version 8.10.2. So now let's start the Kibana also. So go to Kibana folder and go to bin folder. Let's say cmd Kibana and enter. So meanwhile, this Kibana is starting. So let's go to our agenda. The next step is to configuration of LogStash conf file. So we will cover this point, configuration of LogStash conf file. So what is this LogStash configuration? So what LogStash do? So we have a latest video on this. So you can go here, ELK stack playlist, and you can find the last video. So how to load data from MySQL to Elasticsearch via LogStash. Here I mentioned how LogStash works. So I'll give you a brief here about the LogStash pipeline. So we have LogStash is divided into three stages. One is an input, one is this pipeline that is called as a filter, and one is out. So whatever data is incoming, so we have to connect with the source and we have to connect with destination, and in middle we have to perform the operations. So in our case, what is the input? So we have the Filebeat data as the input, and what is the output? The Elasticsearch is the output. So let's go to Logstash folder. So here there is a Logstash folder. So from bin we have to start, but before that we have to write the configuration for Logstash, so that we can write the operations that have to perform for Logstash. So create new file and name as a springbootlog.conf. Okay, and open this file. Okay, so it is empty. So we have to define the input and output. Okay, so this is the sample syntax of Logstash configuration file. So we have an input and we have an output. So from input we are listening to port 5044, and as an output of Filebeat. So this is the Filebeat and this is the Elasticsearch. So let's maximize this in order to see it better. So what are you doing in the output? So output we have to mention the connection details for the Elasticsearch. So that is a host. This is the host currently I have shown. Then we have to write the index where these log files are getting created, and we have to define the connection parameter with SSL as a true, and this certificate validation as a false. So this one is a more important. So if you miss this, then it will not run. Just we have defined this codec. So this Logstash file works on this Ruby debug codec. So just we have defined. So you can remove this. So it should be the optional one. So now save this, and so we are done with the Logstash configuration. So let's go to Filebeat configuration. So let's go to agenda first. Okay, download and install configuration for Filebeat YML file. So we will cover quickly a short introduction about Filebeat. So what Filebeat is doing here? So it is connecting to different applications of web applications, and it ships data to Logstash. and Logstash is the parsing, filtering, and transforming, and it is sending to Elasticsearch. So now, in order to explore this file bits, let's go to Elasticsearch documentation. This is the file bit overview. So basically, file bit is a lightweight log shipper for the forwarding the centralized log data. So installed as an agent to your server. So means wherever your applications are installed, there it acts as an agent and it monitors the log files or the location that you specify. It will collect the log events and it will forward to either Elasticsearch or Logstash. If you want to know what are the inside components of the file bit, so then there is a harvester and there is a spooler. So what harvester is doing? So it is harvesting the log files and it is sending to Elasticsearch via the spooler. Okay, so you can see this is it is connecting to one application. This is connecting to second application, and as output, it can send data to like either Elasticsearch, either Logstash, Kafka, or any database. We have to download the file bit. So download file bit. Okay, so here is a download page for the file bit. So we can see in today's date, this is the latest version 8.10.2. So you can see there are different platforms available. So we are working with the Windows platform. So this is the MSI package, that is the exe package, and this is the zip package for Windows. So we are more interested into this Windows zip package. So choose this and let's say download. So in our case, it is already downloaded to this folder. So this is the file bit.zip. So just extract it here. Okay. So our file bit is extracted. So now we have to write the file bit configuration. So for that, we have to go to this YML file, and here we have to write this file bit configurations. Okay, so currently this configuration is like this. So this might be looking complex, but we will make it simple. So I have copied this configuration which says that we need one input and we need one output. So we need source and destination. So from our diagram, so what is the source? So for file bit, what is the source? Log files are source, and what is the destination? So Logstash is the destination. So what we are doing here, so file bit input, file bit dot input. This is a syntax of file bit, and we are telling file bit that your input is in file stream. Okay, and what is the file stream path? So this is the path c tools log star.log. And what is the output? So in the output, we are just giving this Logstash URL so that it will send data to Logstash. That's it. Just save this. So we are completed with the fourth step, download and configuration of Filebit YML files. So now we will start the Logstash and Filebit. So we have to start the Logstash and Kibana as a next step. So before starting Logstash and Kibana, let's start this application and let's generate some logs. So go to Eclipse and this application is ready. So just we have to start it. So go to springboot application.java and let's say run as a Java application. Okay, so our application is started. So now let's hit this REST endpoint so that we can get some logs. So go to browser and go to this localhost 8081 log API. So this is our API, REST API. So let's hit enter. So you can see we got the output as hello simplifying tech. From here it is returning hello simplifying tech, and you can see these loggers also. So whatever we have added here, so the log is getting generated. Let's verify into log files. So you can see the log is generated here with the dates from logbacks. Okay. So now our application is up and running. So let's start the Logstash and Filebit. So first start the Filebit. So go to Filebit, type cmd here, and there is a command Filebeat.exe -c in order to print the trace into this console, -c to run the Filebit, and here mention Filebeat.yml. Oh, that's it. This is correct. So let's hit enter. Okay. Okay, so now it is trying to connect to Logstash. So let's start the Logstash. Go to bin directory and type cmd. Okay, so in order to start Logstash, we need to type this command logstash -f, then provide the path of config file. So config logstash, and we have to load the config automatically. So type config dot reload dot automatic. Okay, that's it. Let's hit enter. Okay, so our LogStash is starting on port 5044. So meanwhile, let's verify the Kibana server also. So I think our Kibana is up and running now. Yeah, so Kibana is now available. So let's go to browser and check if Kibana is available. So Kibana port is 5601. So localhost colon 5601. So this is the Kibana URL. Yeah, so our Kibana is up and running. Okay, so you can see there are some messages like this is the sample error, this is the sample error message, and this is the log generated. So from logstash file, so we can see log is started moving. So let's verify this. Go to Kibana and let's see for all indexes here log from Filebeat. Yeah, so this index is created. So let's verify this index. We got the data. So type command get index name slash search. Okay, so we can see there are total 18 records are there into index. So that is a lines. So you can see the starting service Tomcat, whatever the logs which are coming from here. Okay, so this is this is sample message and this Tomcat initialized port. This is a starting service Tomcat. This one starting service Tomcat. So all logs are getting printed. This is a sample info message. This is the application log. This is coming from here. This is the sample info message. So like this, the logs are getting created. So now let's verify into dashboard. That is a discover tab. So go to discover tab, and here we have to choose this index. So here you can see logs.start. So you have to choose this log from Filebeat. Okay, so we are getting this 18 hits, and here our logs are also printed. Okay, so this starting service Tomcat and this reference log. So you can open this also. So this is the sample info message. Okay, so let's re-verify this. So let's add some more loggers and let's see if it is running fine. So let's stop this application. So we have updated more logs. So just restart this application as run as a Java application. Okay, so our application is running. So now let's hit it again. Okay, so we got the output. Let's see. Yeah, so this log is printed. So now let's verify. Okay, so you can see Filebeat message 3, message 3. So this log is getting printed. Let's verify in Kibana. So you can see there are 54 hits. So if you can see this, okay. So you can see the latest logs, ELK stack monitoring app, and we can find the patterns also. So you can find this pattern Filebeat message. And add search here and let's update. Okay. So you can see this pattern is getting searched like a Filebeat message 1, this Filebeat message 2, Filebeat message 3. So this way like we can able to search the particular patterns into this discover tab. Okay, so you can see in tabular format also, and we can see into single document also. This is a single document and this is the JSON document, where we can see the particular log patterns. Okay, so in order to summarize this, so we can create a centralized logging mechanism with the help of Filebeat and Logstash and ELK stack. So basically, the system connects to our applications, web applications or microservices, and it will collect the logs from that applications into different servers, and it will centralize these logs into one console. So that is a ELK stack log monitoring application. So that is the visualization into the Kibana. Okay, so we can visualize any type of patterns into dashboard logs. Okay, so stay tuned for further interesting sessions, and please Do subscribe to our channel for more such content, and thanks a lot for watching.